Northern Syria is experiencing its worst violence in 3 months. Al-Qaeda-linked fighters and Turkey-backed rebels are battling out in the territory in the western Aleppo countryside. Both blame each other for triggering the fighting.
For the third consecutive day, Al-Qaeda fighters have been attacking our positions in rural Aleppo. We have received reinforcements and are pushing back. Fighting is now around the village of Atmi.
Activists say the Al-Qaeda-linked Hayat Tahrir al-Sham group is trying to cut off Turkey-backed fighters in the northern enclave of Afrin from those in the northwestern province of Idlib. The group is now said to be in full control of the strategic town of Darat Azza and several villages surrounding it. But the violence is causing the now familiar scenes of an exodus of civilians. Hundreds have fled their homes. This new wave of fighting comes after US President Donald Trump announced last month that he was pulling US troops out of Syria. Trump's decision has angered critics at home, but also thrown the global anti-ISIL coalition in Syria into chaos. There is now a scramble between regional powers to fill the void that will be left by a US troop withdrawal. At a meeting in Ankara, the presidents of Turkey and Iraq, Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Barham Saleh, agreed on greater cooperation.
ISIL, PKK and other terrorist groups pose a threat to both Turkey and Iraq, and the countries should cooperate in fighting terror. In the coming days, I hope we will increase our relationship in this regard.
On Wednesday, President Trump, in an apparent change of tone, announced that while US troops will soon leave Syria, there was no clear timetable. He said he was keen to protect America's Kurdish allies, the YPG, a group Turkey considers to be a terrorist organization.
We want to protect the Kurds, nevertheless. We want to protect the Kurds. But I don't want to be in Syria forever. It's sand, and it's death.
But the Kurds are already feeling abandoned, and last week cut a deal with Syria, shelving their aspirations for autonomy in return for a regime that might protect them from destruction by Turkey. Turkey insists that its threat to carry out a military operation against Syrian Kurdish fighters is still on. It's been massing troops at the border and even sent tanks rolling into Syrian territory it holds sway over. Thousands of Syrian rebels allied to Turkey are also marching on the city of Manbij. Officials insist that it's just a matter of time before that offensive is launched. Mohammed, Adow, Al Jazeera, GAZIANTEP.